May 8th, the Yankees win a close and great. I was undecided if I want to say great or close, so it kind of came out close. Series against the Padres. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks.
Hey.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD in the corner. We're coming to you the morning after, not the night of, which means I have some energy to me. And I was going to open the show with a lie, but then I opened the show with a verbal typo of sorts. So kind of got on my own thing. Anyway, show's brought to you by SeatGeek, where you can use code Yanks 2025. May 8th is BBD's favorite day of the year. So if everyone can say happy BBD day, that would be great. Jake, how you doing?
James, Davis, Joshua, everyone tuning in. May the 8th be with you.
And Justin Peterson and Blaine Brunson. Well, Blaine Brunson's a pretty good name.
Yeah, shout out to our new Substackers. Make sure you go check out our Substack. We got new stuff going on there. Twice a day, every day, till opening day. What was your lie?
I didn't have one.
I
was gonna
ad-lib lie.
I was gonna come up with it during the song,
Okay.
but then because I botched great and close situation,
Yeah.
Terry Close, I decided not to lie.
Okay.
I watched a clip of me lying about Stroman.
You're watching your own tape, huh?
No, it was
Watching
in
your own line.
It was
tape.
I watched the vlog that came out on Talkin' Yanks, and then it must have been a short or something. Or I've been scrolling through my phone to find a video for someone, and it was there.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, I haven't lied again. So.
Opportunity missed.
Did a couple big lies this offseason. We haven't gone back to there.
Yeah. And with so much groundskeeping upcoming,
Yeah.
it was a very easy avenue for a lie, and I blew it.
Still could be.
Still could.
People are waiting.
Yeah, they trust us with that section of the show. They're not going to check the facts on Brew Baker's rehab.
Oh, my God.
So,
Teaser for an
Brew Baker
upcoming lie.
quit baseball.
Oh,
There's a lie. No one's
look
going
at
to
that.
check that.
It's your fifth starter. Careful with that.
How are you? Are you excited?
Okay. I am. This was, I'm a little proud of ourselves, which was, as people know, there's groundskeeping. We do the burns of the games. We do awards, including Pride of the Yankees, Yankee MFer, and then we just kind of make them up. Make sure you're tuned in for all that. I am excited. We went into Boone Tuesday, and we're butter knifing all the sad stats. 13 and 15 in their last 28 games, and this is a under 500 team. You take out the Brewers series, and then they come out and they win. Last night was their most competitive game of the season against a very good Padres team. In both games, they're down to the Padres bullpen that had been basically labeled the strongest unit in baseball of if you did starting rotations, bullpens, and lineups, I think how dominant the Padres bullpen has been to essentially have two comebacks against them. It's sometimes we wonder when we have Boone on Tuesdays.
Who's Boone Tuesdays, people can call it.
The fans want us to tighten the screws and go old WFAN, Mike and Mad Dog, and rip him, and he's the wrong manager. And it's like, well, after the last two games that they win, the Yankees are now in first place. The record still in first place, I should say.
Still.
21 and 16, and which is a strong start to the season. And I don't know. It feels like momentum. It's not how baseball works, especially when I looked at the Yankees' expanded stats. They are 500 on the road and better at home. And the Yankees live by that.
The home run
way too
numbers,
much.
home and run are kind of insane.
So, but man, those were, I've been pretty angry about the Yankees' close game situation because they haven't really won close games. It's been a lot of big blowouts. And they did that twice in two competitive games against good pitchers, good bullpens. And they get to your guy, Jason Adams. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Woo! That was extra special. But it was under special that it was Wandy who we got to.
Oh, disagree.
That's because you guys always been trying to fight.
It's good to see you, Wandy.
I felt bad for Wandy. I like seeing my king. I like this series. It felt like
Hey,
good ball.
Austin, here comes a down and in changeup at Yankee Stadium. Come on.
All the lefties that hit homers were
Thank you, Wandy.
the Judge hit the cheapie, but Bellies, Grisham's, and Wellesley were like shot. Bellies was a shot.
Yeah. Get on top.
All right, Groundskeeping has some big conversations to it that I might be tabling to the end of the episode because I want to get to the fun games and the comebacks and all that. But this is your Groundskeeping. The Yankees DFA'd right-hand pitcher Carlos Carrasco before Tuesday's game. They brought up Yerry De Los Santos, so they only have 4 starters unless they're now considering Yarby a starter. Really, that's a big topic of conversation of what's the rotation moving forward because who's going to start. Jonathan Loizaga's rehab was transferred to AAA, where he's doing really well. Boone laid out the plan to us. I've noticed that's not something. That's an aside. Tabled. Loizaga's pitching well. DJ LeMahieu could rejoin the team on this West Coast trip. I think that he will. Personal opinion.
Yeah, it just kind of depends. Is that tomorrow or is that?
Well, they're flying tomorrow.
Right.
So we'll get the update. DJ's flying with the team.
Right.
Maybe.
And they want him to play more games or something.
And the biggest news is they said Giancarlo Stanton is returning to the team May 27th, basically. They said he's ready to go as soon as his date's up. So that's a huge conversation of how the hell does he fit in that we probably shouldn't do the recap episode on. But later.
Oh, yeah, and it's not now because it's, in baseball terms, 3 weeks, half the lineup could get hurt, and it's not a conversation at all.
True,
So
but it's somewhat fun.
it's cool just seeing him on the field. I know there's a clip from MLB Network of him taking batting practice and very easy swings, but the ball was still jumping. And then the other cool one,
It was jumping.
on Monday, he was working out before the game in the rain, and it was peak Stanton because he's just wearing the jersey, the spandex jersey, and he was with one of the Yankees trainers who's a normal civilian. So you've got – it basically looked like the Hulk and, like, Hawkeye. I know you're a big Marvel guy.
Yeah, I know Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't know Hawkeye.
Okay. Arrows.
Lame.
Like not a real hero. Yeah. Not a superhero.
No.
A hero.
Just a guy who does archery.
But maybe that's what makes the real heroes, the teachers.
As soon as guns were invented, archery kind of became like, this isn't a needed skill anymore. It's just a hobby. It went from a needed skill to a hobby.
It's definitely a hobby.
Yeah. At some point, it was like the most badass skill you could have. If you were a great archer,
You go bow hunting.
you're like the last to die. They put you on the ceiling. Now that's snipers.
Scared.
Sniper archer is one of the coolest, but now it's just a hobby. All right, that's the Groundskeeping.
Okay.
Craig Dowden in the chat said, great hat, Jimmy. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just got it from eBay.
Oh.
New store.
I thought he had our names confused.
I like your hat, too.
Because, yeah, a baggage warehouse hat. Just thought.
Yeah.
I'm Jake.
Hold on.
Everyone holding on. Look at that.
My hat doesn't match your hat, but my shirt does. That's how you fix a sentence that you started wrong.
Okay.
Check that out on YouTube.
Game 1.
Burns are presented by your local Ford stores. Come see the new Ford Bronco lineup featuring legendary 4x4 capability for epic off-road adventures. More than a lineup, it's a dynasty. Ford Bronco, the official SUV of the Yankees. Mother's Day weekend coming up, but it's Daddy Week in the Bronx as the Padres venture into town. When I say I need you, you say Pavetta. All right, already we'll throw Rodon. It's Nick versus Carlos. Anyways, bottom 3, redemption, thy name is Trent. Former Padre, current GOAT, 2-run homer. Sack fly is underrated for Anthony. It's 3-0 Yanks after 7 because Rodon was electric. 6.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 5 Ks. Yup. But in the 8th, the Yankees come crashing down another Fender airbender as Devin implodes. We will be sad. Yanks blow another big one, lose 4-3 final.
This game was a bummer. Your burn wasn't. I was trying to Google a picture of an old Padre.
Sure.
with Goat.
Like with the brown,
Yeah,
the sack outfit.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not fully coming up because I'm just thinking of a shepherd. I was thinking like, oh, there's like Friar and shepherd and Goat statues,
Nacho Libre,
and
Goat.
then like you could do a before and after for Trent meme that would go super duper viral
So
in the baseball
hard.
world, like before after.
Do it.
Well, I couldn't find the picture, and like I don't think if it's a shepherd.
Use AI. Come on, man. You're AI Jimmy. Maybe talk about this game a little bit, and then next burn you could do the AI.
All right.
Yeah.
The game was really disappointing
Yeah.
at the end.
Yes.
For the whole start, it was awesome. Rodon was nasty. Fernando Cruz comes in. Only 2 pitches, so that is like a big, interesting understanding of what the hell, like why not keep him in the game instead of handing it to Devin. But at that point, Devin was our 8th inning guy.
Yeah.
And if he was, like, if I viewed Devin Williams as Boone is viewing him, I would want him to go to the 8th inning guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if this was David Robertson, Betances, Mo, if it was Betances to Chapman situation,
Right.
and Fernando Cruz throws 2 pitches, I'm like, I don't care a shit. Go to Betances.
Right.
He's the 8th inning guy. And then go to your closer. So if I viewed Devin the way Boone did, I would like what he did.
We did a lot of this with Boone.
Yeah.
I think he was still trying to spark Devin Williams. And I think there's even a bigger conversation to be had after games 2 and 3 about the way the Yankees did build this team in this bullpen. I think the Yankees are more dangerous if Devin Williams were to be the closer, because then you have Luke Weaver in the drag drop spot, which Devin Williams isn't built for that.
Mm-hmm.
That it's kind of what makes Weave special, the 1.2 we see in the final game. So, yeah, I think the Yankees are going to be on a mission to spark Williams. And then it's just so dumb to me because that's not how baseball works. And, like, the baseball gods will get you. And we saw that in this game, that, like, you're supposed to get sparked naturally in baseball and, like, earn your keep. And Devin did that stronger in the final game when the Yankees were probably dreading putting Devin back out there because it wasn't part of their plan. But that's how baseball works.
I have an award on that theme.
We'll see.
No,
I've got a theme. Bicycles.
No, that can't be the theme.
It's the midweek, dude.
All right. I'll make it work. I'm slacking Beebs because I know I'll forget this by the time it comes to awards.
Okay.
Other than that, this game was pretty good.
It was really good except one bad moment, which it felt like there's been 5 Yankee losses like that, which was the KT Sharp stat that the Yankees have the most blown losses this year.
And the other part was they had no wins when trailing, so they were just a bad, late and close team.
If we're losing, we're losing. If we're up 4, it's still a little dangerous.
Still a little risky.
Not fun.
Yeah, you'd rather that.
If we score 10 runs in an inning, we're fine.
You'd rather it be if we're up 3, we're winning. If we're down 3, it's still up in the air.
We have a chance,
Yeah. Well, they did change that. We brought it to Boone's attention, and he righted the ship.
Good coaching.
Game 2 should be more fun.
Schmitty weather again as Clark and the Yanks turn enemy against their former alliance. My King, Mike King, returns to the boogie down. Top 4, a bit of a balky 4th for Clark, plates 2, but here comes the judge. Solo dolo, and then far and home as Belly scores on the Martian hit in the Tatis throw. 4 runs in the 4th, tied at 2. Clark was solid, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, but some Fernando on Fernando crime puts the Padres up 3-2 in the 7th. But how about a good old check raise? Wells ties it with an RBI single, and the rest of the Yanks blow Wandy's back out to score another 9 runs. First 10-run inning in a decade, capped off by Austin going to the Wells once more for his first grand salami. It's Schmidt to Hill to Sharkey to Matzik to Yeri. Yanks win game 2, 10-3 final. That's wrong.
It's 12-3.
It's 12-3.
They scored 10 in the inning. That was the cool part.
Yeah.
The Yankees were like, you want us to win a game that's close in the 7th? Fine. we're just going to make sure it's not close in the 8th because those still scare
Still
us.
can't do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll put 10 up in the 7th. And thanks, Wandy, for the shout-out. Wandy and Nestor just, like, begging to come back this year. A little sad, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's begging to come back if you play really badly. I think it's just being nice to your buddies.
Okay.
I think it's a thing. Like
I meant come back to the party.
I had this as Wandy.
They wanted to come back to the parties, the birthday parties.
I had this as Wandy's, like, thank you for getting me my contract.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Because it is a crazy contract.
Crazy deal. Appreciate it.
And he'd been good this year up until this.
Fun to see Kinger out there.
What'd you think of Clarkie? I don't know if he gets an award later.
What I think of Clark is it was a great start.
Okay.
The balk hurt him, and it wasn't even a physical balk.
Right.
It was a mental balk. When the bases are loaded.
Maybe they all are, man.
No, some of them are physical. But mental goes into physical because the brain runs the body. So you win. He only balked because he did not tell the umpire if he was going to be in the windup or the stretch.
Right.
With the bases loaded.
Which it's another level to how dumb the balk really is.
Yeah.
In its soul. But yeah, hey, things could have unwound there worse.
The ump in the balk, the second base ump is just pointing to the home plate ump. Did you see like he's just like silently like, you seeing this? You seeing this? Because if he yells it out loud, Clark's gonna step off and be like, what?
Right.
And then he's gonna be like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like help us out.
That's not that. I would say that's not even a mental balk. That's an ump machismo balk.
I think other umps say,
are you going from the windup?
Yeah, and then he says, oh yes, thank you.
Oh, we got him.
Yeah,
he's doing it.
This dude was like signaling to home plate ump.
That
like,
doesn't matter.
Fucking idiot. Look at him. You gonna call it? You want me to call it? I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame it on Clark. That's my biggest point. If you balk with the bases loaded and it's...
I do just because it's...
Okay.
It's like the one rule of pitching from the windup when the bases are loaded.
It's true.
Like you got to declare.
But your question on Clark. This was a great start for him.
Okay.
He was 85 pitches. He only walked one. He still had some deeper counts than you would like. It's his windup makes it a chore for me to watch him sometimes. Like I'm not into the micro Clevenger bouncing he does.
It's a lot.
And it doesn't look mound presency to me. He kind of looks like a nervous kid bouncing. Where like King is like slinging it. He's got such great mound presence for a guy that you wouldn't expect to have that.
It's modern ace mound presence. It's very impressive. Good to see him, and
so that's not a real complaint about
Correct.
Clark. Is
Correct.
what I'm trying to say. It's just
Correct.
like I wish he would have had a little whatever. And then
it works for Clark when he's really rolling because then I think if you're the opposing team, it feels like things are going fast.
Yeah.
You're like his windup's fast. We're losing outs, but we haven't seen a ton of those. But this is a really nice start against a really good team.
Another ball dropped in no man's land in this game.
Correct.
That's something that will get forgot forever.
Yeah.
But if it happens a third time, we have to be like,
oh,
good thing we noted the second.
No man drops are a thing. Tim Hill Fernando.
Goldie pinch hit for Vivas.
Always.
That was the management move of this game. And then the bullpen, was fine, I think.
Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, too. This was the lefty lineup. We heard about that from Boone on our episode before it happened. Judge hits an accidental home run.
Someone just posted a report on how Judge changes his approach at the stadium, which we know, but they had some data about it, like oppo line drives a home versus away. And so that's just great course correction and a good steal. Like not everyone has that ability to say at this stadium, I'm going to try and do this to you. A lot of guys are like, I'm trying to hit it real hard.
Right.
Up the middle.
I'm just trying to hit.
Yeah. Judge says his approach is over the second baseman's head hard. That's a Porchy. They get me. They make me laugh sometimes. Like I don't know if the internet's done it to me, but no, I've always felt this way. Like some of them, I'm like, oh my God, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, sorry guys.
We get them too.
I know.
We get 'em
No,
too.
I understand, but like,
I think it feels worse when Judge does it. Because basically, if that's any other hitter in baseball, that is not a home run.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
it's literally him or Stanton.
Yeah, he showed us that in the home run derby that he can really not barrel ball or catch it clean at the right timing, but still muscle it out. Yeah. Like Pablo Reyes foul balls over the dugout are that home run for Judge. It just has a little more velo to stay straight.
I don't want you talking about Pablo.
He might be down.
It's only going to land in a bad
He might be
place.
gone. DJ might be up. Nah, Beavis is going down. I was Beavis Hive. I'm not anymore. Maybe we get to that in awards.
Really?
Kid needs to slow down.
I didn't know.
Game 3.
I think
Gary
so.
De Los Santos comes into this game, and your thoughts on him are?
Volpe stole a base. Matt Blake masterclass.
Okay.
Matzik only being able to pitch and slop, I don't love. I was thinking about that today because I was kind of excited to get Matzik because I was like, hey, I'd love another lefty. But if he's just slop, you're not a lefty. You're just slop.
I understand you, but Yarby's now a starter.
Right.
And you need slop.
Oh, we need slop.
Yeah.
I've always been team slop, but I also needed slop and a lefty.
Okay.
And right now I don't
He
have
could
that.
build his way up there. Hamilton can go down.
I'd like it, but he hasn't. I think this was the first game he was going to come in that it was kind of close, and then they scored 10.
Population of Yankees fans.
Yeah.
You got to consider all ages here.
Sure.
That if I
Always
said, what do you think about Tyler Matzik? They'd say, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Maybe not with the cursing, because that eliminates a lot of
No,
people.
it's been blowouts.
Well, how many people do you think would it be able to register that he's on the team? Like I was thinking, if my
The
grandma,
world?
no Yankees fans, people that watch games, like my grandma, if he wouldn't be on her radar. She wouldn't know him.
She's passed.
Yes, I was speaking about her as if she was still alive.
If she was still alive, I think she would, just because she respects the firemen.
To the TZ in the middle means she's never pronouncing it,
Right.
so then she's not going to put it in her brain. Right. Game 3.
Yeah. Rubber match. San Diego would hope to be freed from the northeast weather against Maxwell's. New York would hope the Padres' winning ways would cease against Dylan. Top 4. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, Jackson's for real. Solo homer. But that's all San Diego would get off Fried. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 8 Ks for the Yankees ace. Only problem with that, Cease was gross. No hitter into the 7th until get in my belly. No hitter done. Shutout done. Tied game at 1. The Dogs get to the Christmas ham, though. San Diego pushes 2 across in the 8th, but bottom 8th, I'm your daddy now. Trent into the porch. Tied up at 3s. Bunos, Cantos, Will I Am as Devin holds, and the Padres fans have mascara running down their face with tears as JC hits the walk-off. It's Fried to Hammy to Weave to Will. Yanks win 4-3 and win the series 2 games out of 3.
Mascara. Great job, Jake.
Thank you.
Beebs, I think we had talked about having a running list of favorite games from this season and updating as we go. Did we say that at one point, or am I dreaming it?
Do what?
Have a running list of favorite games. Oh, I made the joke that we were going to rank every game, and that was obviously a joke because we couldn't do that.
It's a lot of games.
I'd like a running list of best games.
There was some best game debate last year that I think there was a ripple effect.
Okay, well, we can start it now.
I think there
we'll
was some
backtrack it
percentages
off air and
Okay.
backtrack best games. I would like
Is
to
this
put
the
one's
best
on the
game?
list.
I have it as top 5 right now. I think it will get bumped easily,
Easy bump.
but right now
It's early.
it's early, and the Yankees played the game of sack, bunt, sack, fly competition. Been begging them to for years. Devin, Booney sticks with them, and he gets it done, and he's fired up and screaming off the mound, so we see a confidence of him walking out, and like he got hugs, and it was Ascara and Devin in the pile, like walk-off celebration. At one point, they turned to Devin, which is cool.
That was a cool moment.
And then so Booney as a leader and like putting faith works out for this game, as much as people are going to hate that. The pinch hit Trent Grisham is unbelievable. Belly's 2-strike approach, one of the only guys with a 2-strike approach, breaking up a no-hitter, in the 7th inning.
7th.
So there's just a lot of elements.
Yeah, this is the best game of the season. You don't even have to top 5 it.
I thought you were debating me.
No, man. That's what I opened in the open with. This was awesome. Yeah, and the Yankees, they don't have comebacks. They haven't won close games. So to do it on a rubber match, and this was easily the most intense game of the year. Like, you could see in both teams, they were like, all right, we just survived 2 slog rain games.
Yeah.
We've got good weather. These are good teams. There's great starting pitchers on the mound. Like, this was, I think we had a few episodes that we were kind of looking at each other. I don't want to say cringy, but it's cringy to do a podcast and be like, I don't know, the Yankees season doesn't feel like it's really going yet. And when you're doing a Yankees pod and it's mid-April and all you've wanted for months was baseball. But this intensity, I think if you watch this intensity against some of the Tampa games, like the the Yankees haven't won close games, which is when intensity happens in baseball. And they've been winning a ton of blowouts that literally blowing the roof off and, okay, that's sick, and bowling pin bats and all of that. This was the best game of the year. Yeah,
I saw a lot of people. Actually, I did on Twitter, which is a bad place to gauge public opinion, sure, but saying like bullpen blew a lead, Hamilton, and they were no hit through 6. Like, yeah, they won, but that's not a good win. And I completely disagree with that.
Yeah.
When you score 4 runs in the first and knock the starting pitcher out, that is awesome, but that's not truly indicative of how your playoff run's going to go, because in the playoffs, you're not going to be facing 4th, 5th starters and do that all the time. You're going to have to win good games and be in the game for a starting pitcher who's dominating, and then beat the good bullpen. So, like, this is a better sign than, smacking. Who was the last guy they did it to?
The last starting pitcher they knocked around?
They did it to
Gibby.
Nestor and Gibby. Yeah. This is it means much more. So, like, they're like, but on the way to the win, it was bad. I'm like, I disagree. That's what made it good.
Yeah, I thought it all good. I mean, getting no hit, but it still didn't cease. Like, he had a slow start to the season, but if he pitches well this year, he's going to be like a $200 million starting pitcher. Like, he's a Max Fried type. So that's why those two pairing off.
Avid disc golfer as well.
Big disc golfer. Glad he tidied up the beard.
He's always got a somewhat confused or perplexed face on.
Yeah, I think he tries to pitch.
Pissy?
No, I think he tries to not get emotions involved.
I think he is. I've chatted with him a couple times.
Right.
I think he is kind of like a pretty level dude.
Yeah, he wears 84 for every yoga pose. He's very namaste. So I think on the mound he's just like, I'm better than the hitter. I'm going to throw my pitches, and from there, may the old gods and the new get involved.
And they gave him a forearm cramp, which was sad.
Yeah, right at the end there, huh?
Yeah. He said he's going to make his next start.
I think he was fine. I think that was more so, let's bring in Jason Adam. He'll take the unlimited time, which is a crazy rule in baseball.
Shelty probably doesn't want to get him hurt. As soon as guy says forearm, you're done.
Yes, Jimmy. I think it was funny. It was more so that they had Estrada up in the bullpen, getting loose, ready to come in, and then because of the forearm cramp, they went to Jason Adam, and it was funny when they came back to the game, and they were like, all right, we did our commercials. Here's Dominguez and Judge on deck. Adam threw another 10 bullpen pitches, and the broadcast was just like, okay, and all right.
Probably threw too many.
No rules. Hope so.
Because he ended up losing the game to Trent.
Yeah. Well, that's also a Trent problem. Oh, should we pitch to Trent Grisham as the tying run?
It's actually the best thing Bebas did in the whole game was exist. Because this game they were pitching around Oswaldo Cabrera to get to beat Bebas.
Right.
It was the most disrespected a young guy's been in a long time.
Yeah.
And Oswaldo Cabrera, when Cease had the no-hitter going and there was 2 outs and Cabrera was up, he should have just flashed the force.
Right.
Like, I'll take Bebas.
Bebas can't hit a fastball, so
yeah,
that's the problem.
But because of that, they walked Oswaldo Cabrera.
Right.
And then Trent's homer is a tying shot instead of a cuts the lead to 1 shot. because of Jordan Bebas. So you got to give credit where credit's due.
Done.
Great game. Probably a lot of awards from this game.
Could.
Okay. You ready for awards?
I think so.
Let's do it.
Who are they brought to us by? Let's go Mando then.
Mando.
Today's episode is sponsored by Mando. Spring is in the air. The weather is warming up. And we are looking forward to watching games at the ballpark with friends and family. And hey, if you've been in the stands at Yankee Stadium, there are going to be smelly people there. Jimmy will point them out. You don't want to be that person. So get Mando's starter pack. Perfect for new customers. Solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, and free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code YANKS at shopmando.com. Shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Rhyme.
Go to your friends and say, hey, I heard this ad for discounted deodorant. Do you think I should use it? Is it a good deal? And then see their reaction, and you'll find out if you need to or not.
Okay.
It's a good test.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, yeah, it's a great deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double up.
Yeah.
You go first on Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
My Pride of the Yankees, I don't know if this is surprising or not. I'm going Trent Grisham.
Ooh. I think there's a lot of options, so.
They're sneaky R this series. I mean, best game of the year. But Trent Grisham in the best game of the year, pinch hit 2-run game-tying homer against Jason Adam, who we've discussed a lot on this program. But he's also one of the best relievers in baseball and part of one of the best bullpens in baseball that Padre fans themselves are very proud about, which is ironic with Adam's trouble with pride. But Grisham, he hits the game-tying home run in this one, and he hits the leadoff 2-run homer that if we don't have the sad Williams party, like that would have been the game-winning home run in Game 1. So I think it was funny seeing the Yankees internet doing the Trent Grisham trade stuff today, but I was kind of laughing coming into this series. When we were doing the Boone interview, we were gonna make Boone name all the former Yankees on the Padres, just because these are two teams that clearly their front offices scout and look for the same stuff. Because there's a ton of Yankees. It's Kinger, it's Wandy, it's Wade, Randy Vasquez. There's like a
Lockridge.
Brandon Lockridge.
Boone would not have gotten Lockridge.
Padres, you almost don't even remember Trent. Like, if you're a zoomed-out National Baseball fan, you might remember Trent Grisham, the Brewer, that the Juan Soto famous play. And then he goes to the Padres, and he kind of becomes this, like, oh, yeah, he's a good defensive center fielder, but he's a guy who might bat in the 100s. Comes to the Yankees, becomes a super bench player. I say super in a bad way for him. The fact that the Yankees are now apologizing over how they used him last year. And for him to come out and on May 7th exceed last year's home run total, it's pretty wild. So I don't know. There was so many moments from last night's game that for some reason, like, I think Cody's homer felt bigger at the time, yet it didn't. And Trent almost felt expected. And did you see the bat flip?
Yeah, a lot of them. Oh, it's his ex-team. They traded him
But
away.
he bat flips it to himself to bat flip again.
He's very cool. Did you see him sit down on the bench afterward, just looking bored as shit?
Reggie.
His swing he's like a foul ball indicator guy. And instant. I think that's twice he's hit like a foul ball where you go, ooh, it's not a homer, but it's hard hit and foul. And then later on in that at bat, gets the homer. Usually that doesn't happen. And his swing is very much that of like a sand wedge. There's no follow through.
Yeah, it's a little golfy.
The bat doesn't like come past this shoulder.
Oh, you got to get ready to bat flip.
It's very. I think I talked about this a lot last year too. His swing when he connects, it's like it just stops right there. It's cool.
Got it.
If he can pinch hit, that's Kind of amazing for going forward and how many outfielders we have. All right, my pride of the Yankees is going to be, there's a decent amount of options.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it to Cody Bellinger.
Okay.
He had a hit in every game. It's actually the first series where I think he's the top performer on the team. 364 batting average, 417 on base. His home run was quite important.
Sure was.
It was a no-hitter at the time.
2 zeros off the board.
And it was an 0-2 pitch, so like another out. And he crushed that ball. Kind of looked like he was waiting for it and absolutely crushed it. And then he also went first to third on Dominguez's single in game 2, right? And Tatis threw it to third, and then he ends up scoring. Yeah. So his athleticism there. And in the game 3, he ran down a ball in center field where Max Fried did horse lips at the end.
Horse lips indicator. That's when you know it's bad.
Which means he was nervous.
Right. Yes, Belly. I think anyone that watched our spring training vlog was like, okay, Belly cool. But then Belly got off to a rough start, and I think, oh, you guys should be tougher on Belly. Why aren't you targeting him more? And it's like, well, it's still very early, and he has a pedigree of playing Major League Baseball that it should come around. We did the 10-game split last time. It was a high 8s OPS. It comes out of this series higher, and yeah, it would be a very different series recap if he doesn't get that hit off the board, because Cease was rolling, man. I think I've mentioned this in passing a little bit. I've done pretty well betting pitch speed recently. Get in a rhythm with the starting pitcher. I don't know. It's nice. DraftKings play conservatively. That's not their phrase. Responsibly.
Take care of yourself.
And conservatively. Cease was rolling. He was doing whatever he wanted. He was picking up his fastball velo when he needed to. Like he was in the zone. He had a no-hitter going against the Yankees, who grade out offensively as one of the best teams. And Belly, Cease just hit his moment in the game where he was pitching so well that he was hitting like another level of alpha, that he should have thrown his slider there. I mean, down and in slider, the way he was throwing it, and the swing and miss he was getting on his slider was insane. But Belly, we've kind of seen him struggle with the high fastball this year. It feels like it actually kind of doesn't feel like his 2-strike swing unless it's away, because he kind of puts a big flat, it's almost his natural swing path. And yeah, I don't know if he sensed that he thought Cease was going to overpower him because he's got a great fastball, and Cody's been struggling with that pitch. Changed the whole tone of the game.
So they talk about shortening up, talk about Bellinger's 2-strike approach. I wanted to look at the pitch metrics of that swing to see if they really were different. And that swing and the first swing in the at-bat against Cease were his slowest of the game. And his fastest is 73 miles per hour, and his slowest is 66. That's a pretty big difference. The home run was 67 mile per hour swing compared to when there's no strikes or 1 strike, we're in the 70s. Because it looks, and he hit it second deck.
Yeah.
Like clobbered it. But it is cool to see that. And then if you look at length of swing, the home run is the second shortest of the day for him, and we're talking big difference, 7 feet in length
Natural
instead
swing
of 9.
path. Natural swing path.
Yeah, but he is having a 2-strike approach, which is cool.
Yeah,
and it works. And I wanted to look at Grisham too. I think he did the same thing there, and that's why it wasn't 2 strikes. It was 1, or was it a 1-0 Grisham? I forget.
Not sure.
But both those guys. Against Wandy, the team as well, had more of a 2-strike approach, which was cool.
They might have had a tell on Wandy.
Well, it seems like they did.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see on the Wells homer, at least, Belly's looking right in Wandy's glove and signaling the changeups.
Yeah. But, yes.
That's different from a tell.
You'd have to
at least
look,
on that at bat,
you'd have to check to see if they were accurate. Because, like, a lot of teams do
I've looked
fake.
at 'em.
A lot of runners do fake at second. And I've gone to, like, check it out. And I'm like, okay, this is not.
They didn't seem to do it when anyone but Belly was on there, but he did do it on the 3 changeups that were thrown that at bat.
Of the 3 swings by Grisham in that game, let's see, on 0-0 is his slowest but longest. Had to be an off-speed pitch or something, the first pitch he saw. And then he swung 1-2 and homered. Oh, that was his shortest swing by far, 7.3 feet, and the others are 8.3 and then 8.8. Two-strike approach. I don't think the team has had that in a long time.
Sure haven't.
Yeah. All right. Next up, you Yankee MFer.
Friday the Yankees is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code Yanks when you sign up at the DraftKings Sportsbook.
You Yankee motherfucker.
This is a tough one.
Be responsible, be conservative.
Yeah. Be responsibly conservative.
They lost 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys had mess series though. Wow,
This is tough. I got to think of one after you do. Oh.
Yeah, I think I'm going where you just jumped. I think it's your beat Beebus
Yeah.
because he went over.
Yeah. We were like his
Couple defensive plays that got a little hairy that didn't end up as hairy as they could be. And yeah, an intensity you love, but
I have
Paul O'Neill kind of ripping his batting approach in the booth.
Paul O'Neill basically sent him to the minors.
Yeah.
I never seen a guy where like usually you can see the game's too fast for them when they get to the majors. He's still a little too fast for the game. I feel like he overcorrected. Like on defense, he was like, there was one ball, the guy was still in the batter's box, and he rushed to throw to Goldie. Like, it was a fine throw, but I was like, dude, take a breath.
Yeah.
And then swinging, the swing is like crazy long.
He
Like that swing will not work.
seeing pitches. Yeah, it's just very.
I'm not a scout, and I wouldn't bet on a lot of things. The last time I did this was Ike Davis.
Right.
I said that swing will not work. I take credit for that.
You did. You look at more swings than that.
No, but I'm saying I'm stamping this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to work, but yeah, Yorby Vivas.
Okay. Tough MFer for me because obviously Devin blew the game. But then, he's celebrated.
Little redemption. I think there's a good option,
All the starters did well.
but you don't have the balls to do it.
Oh, I completely disagree with that. If we want to talk about it, I disagree that he
Game
deserves
3
it.
too.
Game 3?
Got hit.
More inherited runners. What do you mean? He gave up 1 hit and then a sac fly. No way.
Okay.
Man,
Not a lot of other guys.
not a lot of other guys. I'll go with boom, 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 Peraza.
Why?
Because I don't remember anything he did, and his sole job right now is to be memorable. Otherwise, he's going to get traded or cut.
Okay. A twinge of disappointment in the air.
Or I'd go Hamilton. He's not an eighth-inning guy.
Can do that.
Weaver is not at fault for that.
I know he's not at fault for the first game, but he does get hit. Like, if that's not someone who's your most beloved son, like we've done this on many episodes of Talkin' Yanks, like Williams being bad doesn't excuse Weaver getting hit.
But he gave up
It's
one
very
hit.
much on the first game he gave up 2, right?
Yeah, first game. But yesterday
Yeah.
you said game 3, he gave up 1 hit
Right.
and then a sac fly.
Yeah,
Let's go clean innings for our relievers, something I've been asking forever.
that's true. But in previous years, you don't excuse the next guy in full amnesty.
Not if he gives up a home run. Like, I hate unearned home runs.
Right.
Yeah, you have to
But that's on air.
you have to not let the inherited runner score. But the sac flies stink.
Okay. Game 1 wasn't sack flies.
Game 2 wasn't.
Game 1.
Oh, yeah, game 1.
It's
bases
okay.
loaded.
It's okay.
No,
He's been amazing.
it's not my MFer. He also, like, he comes out in game 3 and closes it down afterwards.
Right.
His pitch mix, he's gone away from, if we want to talk about Weaver for a second, he's gone away from his changeup too much. Like,
Yeah, a
he
lot of
started,
fastball.
he started to mix in the cutter,
Pitch speed guy.
and that's what Machado got him on. It was like a cutter that didn't cut. It was a slippery game.
So you're MF in his pitch mix a little bit?
No, I'm just talking about what I'm seeing. He's gone, and I said it even before in the Rays series. I pointed out he didn't throw a lot of changeups,
Right.
and I felt like he's gone away from that now 2 games in a row, and the fastball hasn't been as dotted. Did someone get him in game 3 on the first pitch?
Was it first pitch? Was it Merrill in game 3?
I think it might have been.
1 and 3 blending together a little bit.
If I had to give a scouting report against my favorite player,
Right.
it would be first pitch, because he's so good at mixing his pitches off each other.
Right.
So if you happen to be the guy that he's giving a fastball to, that's going to be your best pitch to hit.
Yep.
B-balls. Okay. Regular old awards are brought to you by Waterbird.
Waterbird. Everyone go out and get a Waterbird. Simple as that. Simple as that for your simple ass, Cuddy. Waterbird. 5% alcoholic beverage, gluten-free. We like that. Healthy. If any of you guys watched the Tasty before the year, our annual golf tournament, Waterbird was with us. I love the vodka citrus squeeze. I'm normally a tequila man. The tequila ranch water is fine. For whatever reason, the vodka citrus squeeze, it does it for me. It's what I'm looking for. And they've got everything. They got the transfusions if you're a golfer, made with American vodka. Yep. Ginger ale and grape juice, the drink that goes the distance. Whatever you are looking for, Waterbird has it. It's in Walmart, Total Wine, Publix, and thousands of retailers nationwide. Go to waterbird.com, type in your zip code, find the nearest retailer, grab a bird. We have a ton in our warehouse where we're at right now.
A ton.
A ton.
Regular old awards, are you prepared?
Regular award.
Because it's bicycle themed.
It's bicycle themed. I'm going to go with the Ring the Bell award.
Like a little kid. Ding, 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 ding. Or a bike taxi, like an adult.
No.
What would be another reason an adult would ring a bicycle or bell on a bicycle?
An adult?
Yeah, I think if you're a bike taxi and you're crossing the street, you want to make sure you don't run over pedestrians and you don't have a voice.
Right. I don't know.
Child catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I think she did. That was a car. Ring the bell. Is this more used in the other way you'd say ring the bell, or is it bicycle bell ringing?
Both.
All right.
All right.
I don't know. I have no idea. Jasson Dominguez.
It's going to Max Fried.
Oh, nice.
That's all he's done, man. That's all this guy has done.
Ring the bell.
He gets got by Jackson Merrill as well. He throws a first pitch breaking ball. When again, I bet fastball.
Damn.
And other than that, Max Fried was electric. What turned into the best game of the season in some people's opinions. And Jim, he goes back out for one more. I was wondering if he was going to come out for the 7th inning. I think at that point he had 91 pitches. He comes back out for the 7th, and I'm like, oh, are they just going to try to get him? Like, is there a lefty lane for him or something? Nope. It was the opposite. It was Oscar Gonzalez.
Oscar Gonzalez blew my mind.
How about that? Former Yankee. Jose Iglesias and Maldonado. So not necessarily the Padres murderer's row, but important inning when we're talking about the bullpen and Max Fried, 3rd time through rotations, like all the generic baseball stuff you do. 1, 2, 3 to Oscar. See ya. 3 straight fastballs. 3 pitches, a ground out to Jose Iglesias. And then he gets Maldonado to fly out. So, okay, instead of going to your bullpen and risking another inning with who even knows was available. Like the bullpen was kind of down because I think Cruz technically had pitched back-to-back days. I think they want to stay away from Hill. Max Fried comes out. If they flip the lineup, who do they go to in the pen? Is it Hamilton with runners on? Instead, it's a non-issue, and he's currently the best pitcher in the American League.
He's awesome. The glove flip play to Goldie was great. Like, that is such a good play. And you got Chandler Simpson talking about how fast he is. Fried's been awesome.
Yeah.
And they're 7-0 now.
Coming
for you, Aaron Small.
Yeah, how do you like that? I want it to continue. I was thinking back to before this Yankee season, and the Red Sox have momentum, and Cole just got hurt, and I think Heel might have been hurt. One of our voicemail calls was, are the Yankees going to have a guy get Cy Young votes this year? And I think you and Uncle Joe's were no, because we had just kind of been, we were a little beaten down by we signed a big free agent lefty that hadn't pitched to that caliber, and now they both kind of are. Not to step on any potential words.
Yankees are 8-0 in games Max Fried starts.
Aaron Small is what, 10?
He
11?
went 10-0.
He went 10-0.
Yeah.
So Fried's 6-0 still because he doesn't get the win in this game.
Well, maybe Aaron Small's the most recent 10 in a row guy.
Right.
Fried's coming for him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This was a close one. My award that I sent to BBD, so I would remember it. Rock Bottom Bicycle Award.
Rock Bottom Bicycle. Okay. It's usually a SpongeBob reference, so you're probably going Bikini Bottom.
No, do you want me to change the hint? Because I feel like I can do it.
It felt like you forced the bicycle thing.
You think so?
I think you think so.
Okay.
Only because you said it was unplanned.
All right, I'll change it. Bicycle at the Bottom of the Sea Award.
That's kind of like just rock bottom. You just change the words.
Okay. Bicycle Accident Death Scene Award on a bridge.
Devin Williams.
Yes. Yeah. I think we just didn't even know. We don't know what his rock bottom is.
I think we do.
No, we thought it was earlier. And the pressure of blowing yesterday, game 3, and that compounding with game, he's like, if I fucking blow this one.
Right. I'm not Devin Williams.
Like he saw the end of his closer. You know what I mean? I keep saying relievers have to see their career, and obviously that's very, very hyperbolic. He's not seeing that. But like see like, oh fuck, like am I bad? I think maybe he saw if I don't do this one, it's like big time. I'm going to be in my own brain. I got to dissect myself award. And he pitched with gumption. Like he pitched downhill, still interested in the metrics because he got saved by some chase, but that is pitch leverage. But I sent you guys the stats on it. His numbers are so down on just the way batters feel in the box. They're so much more comfortable taking and swinging and not chasing. He got some big-time chases. So happy for him. Hopefully we're on our way up. Like hopefully he just kicked his feet. Doing that little shimmy you do. Your arms by your hips.
He showed some emotion.
Yeah, screamed.
Like that?
Big release.
Why not?
I did. Because I think there was so much on the line.
Well, I also think hey, I don't know. I don't know Devin Williams. I do think.
You have talked to him.
We have. Tuesday Brews Day. That's why I'm wearing my shirt.
No, it's Tuesday Boone's Day.
That's, it felt like Devin was almost trying to pitch to a persona. Like, be the boring closer. Like, this shit's easy for me. Like, New York City. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to show emotion. Like, why would I show emotion in an April baseball game? Like where right? Heading. This is New York. Like, no, dude. You need whatever that was. You need to find that. You need to feel that. And, hey, comes in, extra inning baseball, runner on second, fast runner. Lockridge was messing with him pretty good. Ends up stealing third. But he strikes out Fernando Tatis Jr. on 3 pitches. Fernando's been amazing this year and gets him to swing through a changeup in the zone. So that's good.
That was really nice.
I mean, up next is like the best contact hitter in baseball, and Luis Arraez, not named Aaron Judge, excuse me. Arise walks, fine. Manny Machado starts him off with a fastball, high fastball, 94. Need to kind of see that 94, 95. I know Boone was talking about the summer heat. Cools down in October. Either way, like I need to see more of that. And then it was all changeups the rest of the way. Jackson Merrill, changeup, and I was like, oh, dude, he has him set up for the fastball right here. Hits him with the fastball. So it was interesting that
was a shitty hit by pitch because
it was
like
back arm.
I'm not saying he came into it on purpose, but like there's a lot of ways that doesn't hit a guy. Like, it wasn't like right at him. It was a bad pitch. He's just trying to move him off the plate.
And then Bogarts comes up.
Xanda.
And so the first strike changeup he throws to him, he throws his backdoor changeup, and we really haven't seen that all year. When I used to see Devin Williams, it was one of his two most impressive pitches are to right-handers. It's the backdoor changeup and the inside changeup. Because one, you mentally cannot plan to swing at. Every other right-handed pitcher doesn't have a ball that comes back that much. And then an inside changeup to a righty is just not a pitch you see a lot in modern baseball, and not Devin Williams's. So we haven't seen either of those, man. And that's been, I've been on the fastball thing, and let's say it's weather, and let's say it's coming back, or he just needs to feel the adrenaline of like what this series was.
What was I want to look up that pitch real quick.
The
Bogarts
second pitch to Bogarts. It was a changeup for a strike.
Called strike
looking. And then he follows it up with a similar one. But this felt like the first time I saw Devin Williams pitch a little bit. Like he was looking for locations instead of just throwing his good changeup, and this will get by.
Even that up and into Merrill, I don't want it to hit him. But that was him being like, this guy's feeling good. I need to do something that's a game plan against him. Not just me do my game and I'm fine. Like, no, what is the batter doing? What's the situation?
He throws Bogarts one fastball. It's the fifth pitch of the at-bat. It's way off the plate that I think he was doing I can't get beat with my fastball today. That gets him back to the changeup. That's a pretty one. It would have been interesting if Bogarts takes that, but it's a really hard pitch to take, especially because he saw it earlier in the at-bat. So it felt like I'm not going to get myself excited over it because Devin needs to earn it more, and that's okay.
And he said that.
But also, I feel like we haven't seen Devin Williams pitch yet. And it's been one of your complaints. Like
it just seems like he was, here's my pitch. Like more
and
like
it's been the same one. It's start at middle, it ends up just a little bit down.
More like an exhibition of like showing the scouts your pitches.
Every hitter doing the same thing. Like there hasn't been up, there hasn't been in, and it's like I think this guy does that. But he has to show me.
I like that. Good award.
Thank you.
And now you give the next award because I gave him that one.
You did.
His bicycle at the
I
bottom
just got
of the
passionate
sea.
about it.
Yeah.
But you agreed with you.
I agreed with me.
Mm-hmm.
I am giving out the Put It Into Gear award.
Put it into gear.
Defensive. That was just being nice.
Judge?
No. It is Jasson Dominguez.
Damn.
I know.
I have an award for him, but for a different reason, I guess.
Last night's game, I think it gets overlooked pretty easily because there was a lot of other moments in it. Jasson Dominguez, single to left, runner on second, 2 outs. It was Maldonado. But we have seen, especially now that Belly's been going over to left field, and I think he had a nice sliding catch. Was that game 1 of this series? Dominguez still plays a very nervous left field. He comes in, single to left field, great charge by him, single scoop, throws home. Tatis ends up going to second on the play because no one told. Because I want to watch the replay and be like, wait, was that relay throw online? It was. It was perfect. It was right through his Waldo, went right home. And you probably don't get Tatis at second, but if Maldonado stopped, what's the risk there? It was the first time I saw Dominguez on not just a fly ball in the gap. Like, if there's a fly ball, Dominguez is going to run full speed and try to catch it. Mm-hmm. Balls in front of him, we've seen him be very timid on. He's worried about making that mistake. So this was a ball in front of him. He charged full speed, fielded, and threw, and he held the runner at third that was impactful in this game.
And he had a little smile about it, like he didn't run on me. And it is 30-year-old, out of shape.
Yes.
Machete.
But I think it was 2 outs, and it was like he's...
Yeah, but he had this like sheep. I just like this little sheepish smile he had. If I watch that play, you want to see if anyone is... No one's going to be yelling cut. That's only Wellesley who could be yelling that.
Right. Well, and it is tricky because he was rounding to score, and then he throws on the brakes fully.
Yeah. Dude, Machete is so good, he's probably, baiting the throw to get Tatis to third. And I mean that truthfully. I think he is one of the smarts of the game. I'm watching it here. He cuts it off.
And that would have made it 2-0 in the fifth with a no-hitter going on the other side.
And it would have illuminated Judge's drop in right field because that was the base runner.
Saving the cap.
He did.
Although that's funny. Well, I don't want to step on any other bike awards, but...
Oh, dude. Maldonado was being sent.
Yes.
Like
Maldonado pulls up on his own.
He never got the stop sign.
They showed him looking at Arise that he thought Arise was maybe saying go back instead of slide. But yes, they were sending him. It was 2 outs.
Oh, Arise is saying down, down,
yes.
down.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit of Yankees defensive optics that it's like, hey, if Oswaldo cuts that out, do we maybe get an out? But also, like, that was supposed to be a bang-bang play to home.
Also great running by Tatis because he was like...
He just runs.
Yeah, why?
Because you rarely get him.
He's good. I was going to give Jasson Dominguez an award for the offense for his plate appearances. I think he's doing so much that you don't see well. I'd be interested in quality at bats.
Great at bat against Suarez.
Yeah. He in yesterday's game 3, he had 4 at bats, 6 pitches, 5 pitches, 5 pitches, 8 pitches. That's a lot of pitches. Guy who's got a no hitter, at least he's making him work for it. He got to 3-2, 2-2, 2-2, 3-2. And in the box score, he's 0 for 3 with a walk.
Right.
But those helped. I mean, he has a deep at bat against Jason Adam, who had to get the last out of the inning. And that makes him show some pitches to the guys. They can see what he was doing, look at the metrics and shit like that. Like, it truly is like, let's get a sample. And then in game 2, I mean, he was 2 for 3 with a walk. I believe so. Single, double, walk. And then Wandy got him out, which was nice. If Wandy didn't get him out, that's like, he has to pay his respect.
Yeah.
But it's a little unsung, and I had this thought about Dominguez. I love how unsung it is. This is what we've been begging for a rookie to get caught, the rookie environment that we've been begging for. That Glaber didn't get, Volpe didn't get.
Yeah.
A lot of guys did not get this. Hey, do it at the bottom of the lineup.
Not sure if you're starting every day.
Ease in.
There's other good baseball players.
You're not guaranteed to start every day, but the pressure's never going to be on you. So you're going to have a nice lane to just play your part and grow. And we've been begging for that. So he did something in the game last night, and I was like, dude, this is nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's still like he's helping this game, but he's not the guy, and it's a really nice developmental environment for him.
303, 387, and 841 OPS, hitting as a lefty.
Nice. Double as a righty. Maybe that's coming up.
Maybe.
I was looking up that, trying to find out, like, lately, if his numbers as a righty or if you could find a stretch. But it's hard to find.
I have to go double to double. And the fact I can picture both of them is a bad sign.
Okay. I think I am pulling up double to double, and it's awful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it.
No.
It's a 1-1-2.
No.
Okay.
No, after that first base is clearing double and it's like a Dominguez with a big hit from the right side. Like the Orioles chewed him up. He's not a great hitter righty yet, and that's okay.
That's okay. Last award is brought to you by DraftKings. Right now, all new customers bet just $5 will get 200 in bonus bets instantly when you use code JMBaseball. from every game day until the champagne pops and the trophy's lifted. DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, odds boosts, and so much more. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. New customers use code JMBaseball. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 bonus bets instantly. That's code JMBaseball. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is Jake's. My final award of the night goes to, as if I'm not telling you who it goes to. You just have to guess. Man, my talking points, we'll rip a good one. Hold on.
Hold. Still holding.
Holding.
Thinking about it.
Thinking about it.
Talking points being gathered.
God damn it. I can't do it. All right, sorry. Polycephalic snake. I'll tell you what I Googled. Name for two-headed animals. That's what I Googled.
Okay.
And then it came up as only like the Chinese names, and I didn't want to have to tell you it's the Jiang Award. Because that would have been rude.
What's the award?
Bicephalic. You're my doctor, Beebs. That's how you say that?
I think you got it perfectly right.
All right, two-headed animals.
How does this tie into bicycles?
Bicephalic.
See, when you came off of it.
BIC.
When you came off of it.
Bicycle, more like bicephalic award. Beebs, can you write that down?
No clue. Ben Rice.
No. You mentioned that this guy should get talked about.
Yeah.
And people would say the Yankees have a one-headed monster on the rotation. And Rodon is saying he's like the little head of the two-headed babies, like the littler one. He's like, I'm here.
Right.
We're two-headed human.
I strike out more.
My numbers are really good too. And yeah, I just really nice when the way the rotation is set makes me really think, how good would this team be if Heel and Cole were around?
Man, that cut shot of Cole watching so angrily before the game, that was wild. Was that? Yeah.
I don't know if I saw that.
Couple updates. I don't know if you guys agree with this.
Okay.
We've had some gripes with Prime. My Prime feed was like ahead of where Yes's was.
Your Prime feed was bullshit.
Okay.
You texted something that was an at bat ahead of my Prime feed.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't
or
know.
you
what
tweeted.
happened.
You tweeted about the Dominguez play.
Yeah.
I wasn't even close to that.
Oh.
That happened so much later. I was like, I checked to see if I was live.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then it was live.
I got
So
that.
you were like
Close, reopen.
I got the new monstrosity of a TV, if people remember that, around Black Friday last year.
forgot about that.
So maybe that's the change. But yeah, my Prime was ahead of Yes, like a normal Yes cable broadcast.
Yeah.
So that was good for me.
Yeah.
Sorry if other people weren't there.
But
they showed Cole like before first pitch, because I think first pitch was delayed. So they just kept the camera on him for a minute, and O'Neal's like, looks sad.
Well,
does.
first pitch was delayed, so Cole's mad.
I know.
Like
It's his least favorite thing.
It's a schedule to keep. Yeah. All this streaming, and all I watch a lot on the Gotham app, and that's delayed too. And
Is that your mom for a second?
did I say that?
Gotham app.
Isn't that what it's called?
You went very Jersey.
Gotham.
You went very Jersey Bronx with it.
Gotham is
I was watching on the Gotham Axe.
That's normal. I'm saying it now. Gotham.
The second time you said it was also not, and you're still a little far away. Gotham.
Like an A. Like
Depends which
Gothic
one.
people is Gothic.
Didn't say
so I
anything
thought it was like
wrong.
Gothic.
Again, it's still just coming off a
It's-
little. It's just a little Jersey.
I know the difference between Gothic and Gothic. I'm saying I did not think if you had said Gothic with an A, I would have said that you're wrong. But I don't know. I don't know the universe of stuff. But Gothic is with an O. Like if you're goth, you're not gath.
We're saying a lot of the same stuff, and you're even including sounds and letters sounding alike, so it's getting a little confusing, but it's different.
It's
The Gotham app.
Gotham.
There's still just a little punch on it.
Gotham app.
See, now you've gone too far the other way, and it feels uncomfortable.
I don't know the
I know.
difference. Well, anyway, I watch on that app,
Right.
and I'm so behind all the time. I have to turn off all notifications.
Mm.
I was living in a world of talking Yanks and talking baseball notifications, and things are getting spoiled for me. Like, and sometimes our text message chat is getting spoiled for me so
Right.
early. I can't avoid it,
Yeah.
which is not a fun thing when you're like, oh, okay, home run.
Carlos Rodon leads the AL in 3 categories. What are the 3?
I have the page up.
Okay.
Well,
That's how you got through college. Come on.
hits per 9,
Pretty good.
strikeouts,
Pretty good.
tied for game started.
Pretty good.
Yeah. No, I mean his ERA is under 3. It's 2.96 now.
Yeah.
He's got a winning record, and he just looks. We talked to Boone about it. He just looks very confident and in a little bit of a groove.
It's like found a way to use his powers in New York.
Yeah, like all of his machismo.
Like you could still be kind of a
Gusto.
pissy punk, but keep it with you. I'm going to catch the next one.
Yeah,
Nice, dude.
yeah.
Get this guy out.
I'm just gonna get the next one. Okay, get that one, dog. All right, next.
Jasson.
Ooh,
John Heyman has tweeted, wanted to thank at Giancarlo818, who you might know as Giancarlo Stanton, for showing me how to use voice memo on my phone last night.
did John Heyman just realize he doesn't have to take notes like crazy or something? Paying for an app, and Stanton was like, it comes with that.
I think Stan just book knocked him.
He hit the button, and that's what activated
Just
it.
strip sack.
That's Heyman's good twist.
Yes.
It was actually great. It taught me a lesson that if I don't have my notes, I can just use this app.
That's
on my phone.
the super bad open when they're like, yeah, we actually had a pretty cool weekend. Pretty adult weekend.
It's nice to hang out with other mature people.
All right, we have. Do these stats matter? Also, a little bit of what the fuck is the rotation?
Oh, I just want to say quick, the Judge catch or miss.
Yeah.
It is funny. Like everyone is talking 45% catch probability. It's tough because Judge is a good outfielder, so the odds should be a lot higher because he's one of the outfielders that would catch that. He got there, he just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
It is funny thinking like Soto just does his fake throw the glove at it and it's over his head.
Yeah.
Soto's deke move.
Just run. That's catch probability. I don't even think he got to the ball and
Right.
caught. It's an error.
Right.
Catch probability, I think to me is more range and route running. I would use that for. But yes, catch probability should be 100. It was in his glove. If
For
we're
him.
for Judge, the catch probability should be
Right.
100.
Well, I think it's for the average player is what they're saying.
Yeah, but saying this
For Judge,
yeah.
yeah.
Yankees probable pitchers.
Will Ward to start, right?
Will Warren, are there just
Supposedly.
probably have Yarby in here? No, because they get to go to
Often.
4-man. That's
Yeah.
what I was saying this time through. So it's Warren, Rodon. They have it, then Clark, Fried.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warren, Rodon, Clark, Fried. So this series against the A's, we don't get Rodon and Fried in the same series, which has been very nice.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I guess, Yarby's ready to go with Warren.
Oh, my God. Talk about ex-Yankees. We're facing
Yeah.
J.P. Spears and Luis Severino. 2 of 3 starters.
That'll be fun. Miguel Andujar hitting
On
really well for them.
Doo-ha.
My Andujar stock is starting to pay off.
Love that.
Always thought he could hit.
Good. Had the hit tool. All right, Jake, do these stats matter?
Sure.
Yankees relief pitchers have allowed a slugging percentage of just .278 this season, best in Major League Baseball.
That's good.
Fernando Cruz, a.k.a. Sharky, has allowed an on-base percentage of just .049 with 2 strikes this season, second best among qualified relief pitchers.
That matters.
Half. You got to be able to get the 2 strikes. If he wasn't getting the 2 strikes, that wouldn't be.
Yeah,
matter.
but it was part of in our Yankee chat last night. We were talking about our relievers, and we need one more electric reliever. Joe's mentioned Johnny Laza, which kind of counts, but I still you need that guy in your bullpen who's like, you put him in a situation, and it's like, hey, he might mow him down.
I like Cruz. He pitched the game before, so they couldn't use him game 3, I think.
Yeah, Cruz has been that.
Yeah. But it's a little risky. It's still not
If you get
cemented.
Johnny, you need a lefty that's not a mop lefty.
Tim Hill.
He's not human. He is a mop.
Strikeout left.
He is a mop.
He is a mop. Skinny one. Jasson Dominguez has an on-base percentage of .415 at home this season. 6th best in the American League.
Matters.
Okay.
Lefties.
Opponents have a ground ball rate of just 24% against Luke Weaver this season. 12th lowest amongst 225 qualified relief pitchers.
Doesn't really matter. He's a fly ball pitcher.
It doesn't matter.
He'll have one bad streak like everyone.
Austin Wells is slugging .833 on fastballs away this season, 2nd best in the American League.
That matters. We were wondering his kind of hit profile. He has enough juice the other way.
Austin Wells also has an on-base percentage of just 148 when leading off an inning. 7th lowest in Major League Baseball among hitters with at least 52 total plate appearances.
Why he's not leading off?
They figured it out. Takes a long time to get that catcher's gear off.
Yeah.
And then you got to run to the mound. You don't get to watch the warm-up pitches. You don't get to study.
Altuve tapped out
Of catching.
of leading off.
Oh, yeah.
The run from left field.
Did he really?
Yes.
Dude, that's so funny because it sounds so ridiculous, but when we've talked to actual players, they're like, no, dude, do the math. How much we run within 2.5 hours, and then I was like, and then you do that. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, if I ran back and forth from left field to the opposing dugout or right field to the opposing dugout, that granted, they're professional athletes in shape, but I'm like, that is way more than you think.
For Altuve, it's a time equation, too. There's an extra 10, 15 seconds. He's got him out of his, leadoff routine.
Yeah, you want to watch those pitches and see shit. That's so funny.
And it's new to him.
Yeah. Opponents are hitting .368 against Tyler Matzik over the last 14 days, 8th highest in the AL over the last 2 weeks.
I don't like it. Matters.
He's been pitching in slop. He's allowed to give us some hits. His contact, throw him strikes.
I think he's trying to.
I don't know what he's doing. He's more Burley than I was thinking he was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Nick Burley. Brian Burley? Brian Burley.
TJ Burley.
Lost a lot of weight. Had a good year in 09 for the Yankees. Burley?
Oh, you're talking about
Brian Bruni?
Bruni.
We had an old college roommate named Burley.
Oh. Shout out to him, too.
Yeah. He lost a lot of weight, too.
If it's in the name.
I was like, wow.
Alliteration
think
will
you
really
knew him.
motivate you.
This is before he came.
All right. We'll see Sunday. Maybe. Is it a late night? No, I think we're fine. I think it's a 4 o'clock start. So it'll be like Sunday, 8 o'clock. Goodbye. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.
Max Herzog liked your Pete Townsend reference. Said it was fire.
Let's go